Friends, today we are going to discuss a very important activity, that is with conveyor belt system, that is its operation and maintenance. Before we discuss in detail how to do the maintenance, how to replace the belt, we want to discuss one very important aspect of belt conveyor. Its specification. If you see, the a belt can be specified by five digit, one, two, three, four, five, five digit number. The first digit, and it is consisting of all alphabetical numbers A to Z and numerical numbers 1 to 9. So the first number, which indicates which indicate the lump size of the belt, uh, and if you see the lump size, then you see the dusty material, uh, which is uh, which is having the size of up to 0.05 millimeter, and it is that is just like cement, very dust, powder, cement. It is called, it classifies as A. Then powder material fine sand, that is its size will be particle size will be 0.05 to 0.5, it is B. Granular material grains, it for 0.5 to 10 millimeter, that is C. Small size lumpy, that is crust or iron ore, that is 10 to 60 millimeter, it is classified by D, class D. Then medium size lumpy, that is chipped wood, that is also 60 to 200 millimeter, that is classified by E. Large lump size, that are the 200 to 500 millimeter, and especially large lump size, that is boulder, etc., that is over 500 millimeter, that is G. Then second number denotes the flowability of the material. It will give you the angle of repose, that is a very free flow, whose angle of repose will be very less, that is cement and dry sand. Free flow, very free flow is denoted by 1, second number. Then free flow whole grain, that its angle of repose will be 20 to 30 millimeter, that is denoted by class 2. Then average flowing, that is anthracite, coal or clay, that will be 30 to 35 millimeter, 35 degree, and classified by 3. uh, and average flowing bituminous coal, ores and stones, that is angular repose will be 35 to 40 degree, and it will be classified by 4, 1 to 3, 4. And sluggish, very difficult to flow, that is wood chips, bagasse, etc., that is whose angle of repose will be more than 40 degree, and it will be classified by class 5. Then third number denote the that is third number will be your 6 to 9. It is abrasiveness, that is non-abrasive, that grain non-abrasive, that is 6. Abrasive is aluminium, it cut, that is 7. Very abrasive is ore, aggressive, abrasiveness means very sharp, that is abrasive, or that is ore or slag, that will be classified 8. Very sharp, that is metal scraps, that is carts belting of conveyors, that is 9. So numerical number has already been covered. Then fourth digit is your H2K, that is bulk density, you see the bulk density of dust, peat, coke, it is up to 0.6 ton per meter cube, that will be denoted by H. Then medium bulk density, wheat, coal and slag, that is 0.6 to 1.6 ton per meter cube, that is I. Then heavy iron ore, that is 1.6 to 2 ton per meter cube, that is J. And very heavy and very dense, very material, that is 2 to 4 ton per meter cube, that is denoted by K. Last stage is the miscellaneous characteristics like like aerities and develops fluid, that will be denoted by L. Contain explosive, or external dust, that is M. Sticky, that will be N, sticky material. Contaminate, minable, affecting use of the solubility, that is P. Like this, the up to Z. Different materials. You have hygroscopic, mild corrosive, highly corrosive, oils, packs under pressure, very light and fluffy, very high flowability, may be wind swept and elevated temperature. All the material has been classified as miscellaneous, and they are covered in the last digit, that is L to Z. That aerities and developed fluid means water, wastewater treatment, activated sludge, food and beverage. Then contain explosive dust, just like wheat, flour powder, sugar, wood sawdust, etc. Hygroscopic, the material hold water molecules from their surrounding silica gel, urea is equal to hygroscopic, it will take moisture from the atmosphere. Item packed under pressure, that is fire extinguisher, aerosol, etc. So these are there are so many, but these are the example of the items covered in last digit. Then your as per the same IS code 8730, we have classified the material as per their bulk density, as per the angle of repose, recommended inclination of the belt, and then the material code. Like alumina, you see it bulk density will be 800 to 1040 kg per meter cube. Angular repose there will 22, and belt angle, your structure angle or angle slope, conveyor belt slope would be between 11 and 10 to 12. Its classified will be as a B27M. Material code will be B27M. Like this, so many all materials are listed here. That is just another type of another classification of IS 8730. They are bulk material, bulk density, angle of repose, angle of your inclination, slope angle of the conveyor belt, and the material codes are also given here. So you'll come to know from this. Hmm. Then the belt guy will come to will discuss you the belt spicing. Belt spicing means belt joint. How we can joint? There are two types. Mainly the critical area, area of importance of any conveyor system is the belt joint, and it is classified as that is called picing. Paper picing type will be two. One is mechanical picing. The joint of belts ends metal hinge, like we are going to use to join the two belts by metal hinges or plates, and then vulcanizing. It is by heat or using chemicals. The two belts are joined with with heat and using chemicals. So it is called one is called mechanical spicing, another is called vulcanized spicing. You see, vulcanizing can be of two type: cold vulcanizing and hot vulcanizing. Is the cold vulcanizing where solutions are used and it will be it will be joined. Two weld material will be joined here. It is hot vulcanizing. Here we are going to weld our joint with solution, with pressure and temperature, and it is the mechanical joints. You see, these are hinge. These are the hinge. These are two. This is one weld material. This is another weld material. These are tight with screwed here, and there is a pin pass through these holes of the hinges, so it can move both the move, and the joint will be there. Joint will be two endless joint can be done. Joint two belt can be joined with the mechanical hinge. Now, advantage and disadvantage of mechanical joint, cold vulcanizing and hot vulcanizing. Mechanical joint, the huge mechanical hinges, plates fasteners to join belt material. You can see the hinges, fastener and joint. You see this is the hinges, this is the fastener, these are the fasteners, fasteners. So fasteners join the two ends of the belts, then to join. Fast and used for usually partial repair. It is not a full repair. You can say it is a partial repair. um, does not require high skill, because you have to just put the hinges, hold it and fix it, and not generally used for back powder, because when the back are passing through these hinges, it can stuck up there, so can damage the backs also. So this is the advantage, disadvantage of mechanical jointing. Cold vulcanizing, belt joining done using cold vulcanizing solutions. You are using two solutions called and then join the belt to end of the belt material. Require less curing time. It require less curing time. Less cost is also less costly, and minimum special tools are required. Does not require vulcanizing press and heat. It does not require like hot vulcanizing, does not require press and heat. And belt spicing require, of course, belt spicing is required. You have to cut the belt in different as per the carcasses. Skill and time. And then cold vulcanizing compound are short shelf life, their life is very short. And then hot vulcanizing, permanent joint of the belt using the hot press. Spicing require time and skill. Here like the cold vulcanizing. Curing time, a lot of time, because it will take a lot of time to for curing. And ensure long by belt life. Once you do the hot vulcanizing, belt life will be increased, and require vulcanizing press. Here is the two to play end of the plates, well, end of the belts will be pressed, so we require a press. Then when and how repairing strategy. What is the condition when you are going to change the belt, when you are going to repair the belt, when you require the piece of the belt. That depends on strictly on the extent of damage. Of the belt extent of damage, that will decide whether you make a single joint, whether make a patch joint, you will make a piece of belt in between, or completely replace. That depends on the extent of damage, available the belt tension capacity, etc. So there are three things, three scenarios can outcome from this repairing jobs. One is called we can use the same belt, remove only down only the damaged portion and make a single joint. Cut the damaged portion, again make the spices and joint it. So that is called a single joint, only single joint. Their criteria will be how much. Now when that localized damage, it is localized damage, and as such a NIMA, that is NIBA, that is National Industrial Belting Association, they give us a guideline. When the damage of the belt is not more than 25% of the belt width, total width. If belt width is 100,000 millimeter, then it should not go beyond, the damage should not go beyond 250. Then we can go for a single joint. We replace, cut this particular portion and make a joint there. Shortening the belt, and then consideration will be how much. Whether will go for single joint, because you have to remove the damaged portion and make a single joint. So that is the shortening the belt reduces the overall length of the belt. When you cut the damaged portion and again join, so belt length will reduce. So you must ensure that we have to ensure the system take on gravity pulley has enough travel to compensate for the shortening of the belt and maintain proper operational tension. So the gravity pulley which is there, because it is hanging, so the hanging length also we have mentioned in your previous sports post. So that is that's available, length should be available. When the length should be available, particular the gravity pulley, then you can replace the particular patch of the damaged portion. But it is only when you are going to do, when the damage of the width, the belt width, the should not, damage of the belt should not go beyond 25% of the total width. Then when add, we have to, if the length is too much, so, here one segregated, here one like, cracks are there, then after some time the cracks are there, so you have to replace the not replace the belt, you have to replace the portion of the belt, quite a length portion of the belt. Then there two joints will come. That depends on when, as per the NIBA, that criteria, the criteria will be how much? Now, too large. The damage will be too large and exceeding 25% of the belt width. 25% of the belt width, and the remainder belt has a long useful lifespan. So you need not require to replace the whole belt. You replace only the damaged portion with the same belt, similar type of belt, similar strength, similar carcass. Then there will be two joints. Suppose it is more than 5 meters, then there will be two joints. You cannot replace it and make a single joint. You have to replace the damaged portion with another belt, piece of belt with the two joints. But that criteria would be when the width will be damage will be more than 20% of the width, and the two spices joint, whether mechanical fastener, hot vulcanizing or cold bonding, two spice joint meet the tensile strength requirement of your drive system. So the belt we are going to use that have the same material and same strength, then only you can make the two joints. Then complete replacement, when the criteria is complete replacement is required when the belt's overall condition has degraded past the point of the shape past the point of shape and coefficient and efficient operation. It's totally degraded, and when you should fully replace the belt if more than 25% belt width is damaged throughout the frequently, and then belt has reached its fatigue life, resulting widespread cracking, delaminations. There are so many laminations due to carcass, and then carcass exposure, and the tensile strength of the belt has significantly dropped. At that time, you need not repair the same, you have to replace the complete belt. Then safety precaution during maintenance work of conveyor belt for single and two joints. When you are repairing the belt joints, then we have to take the some safety precaution. The safety precaution is what? The stop the conveyor belt when it is empty. When it is empty condition, then only you have to stop the belt. When you have decided to repair the belt, so you have to first remove all the materials from the belt. When all the material of the belt is removed, at that time you stop the belt. Never stop the belt loaded condition, then it will be very difficult. You have to remove the material, cleaning is required. So first of all you have to remove all the material will in running condition, and then you stop the belt, except emergency, of course. Then if emergency is not there, then you remove all the material and then stop it for repairing. Then if the high speed coupling are used, fluid coupling, I have told you earlier the what type of coupling, fluid coupling, the number of start and stop of the conveyor belt will be not more than 4 times per hour. If it is fluid coupling you are using, so do not start and stop the conveyor belt with this type of coupling 4 times per hour. And then the distance difference, start and stop time between the two starts should not minimum gap should be 15 to 20 minutes between two consecutive start and stop. So that 15 to 20 minute stop gap you have to provide. Do not start immediately. When you stop, again you have to start only after 15 to 20 minutes. Do the positive isolation of all electrical power sources and conveyor system of conveyor system, all electrical system in the motor, etc. So to be isolated, and fix a jam angle with deck plate or stringer at a sufficient distance, free length, the 3 to 5 from the joint towards head end of the conveyor belt. That it will be from the conveyor belt head end 3 to 4 5 meter, and then tail end also it is 3 to 5 meter from meter from the joint and towards the tail end. So two places we have to jam the meter. We have to pull the belt and then jam it, clamp it with where with the deck plate or stringer, so that the belt should not move. If you require, you have to pull the belt and then that it should be 3 to 5 millimeter from the joint and towards the head end, and again 3 to 5 millimeter from the joint towards tail end. You have to jam them both side of the belt with deck plate or stringers, so that it should not move away. It got stuck there. Do the positive isolation of the belt by holding, then you have to do this, and then also another one thing you have to do, the take up pulley or gravity pulley. You have to put a pair of suitable chain pulley block. You have to provide in the take up pulley, gravity pulley, and then so that, and you have to with the chain you have to or then it will not the belt will not move downward due to the weight of the gravity pulley. So you have to pull the gravity pulley, hold the gravity pulley so that it should not move down once you go going to repair and the belt. Otherwise, if you don't tight the both end or gravity pulley is still there in position, then it can fall down. But you have to lift the gravity weight so that it should not fall down. It should not fall down. Before applying the adhesive, joint surface must be clean. The joint which are going to repair, going to left, have to clean it first thoroughly, and surface should be made free from moisture, and the sunny weather should be there. There should not be rainy season also should not moisture. So there should not be any moisture in the surface. So that is you have to dry weather and dry climate you have to create for doing the joining of repair. Then in case of mechanical joint, build proper selection of fastener is very important. When you are other, if you go for a mechanical joint, then you have to from all the proper selection fastener should be available and as per the build standard. Then you see this is the gravity pulley. Here we are providing the channels. You see this is the channels. So this pulley gravity weight should not fall down. So if you are tightening both sides also of the from the tail end and from the drive end, but still due to the weight of this gravity pulley, it can fall down. The pulley can fall down due to the gravity weight, and it will pull this belt downwards. So you have to lock it by the using the some channels. You see the channels we have provided under the gravity, under the weight, and a pair of chain pulley block engage we have to do to tie it, tie both end of the to either put the channel or with the chain pulley block you can hold it, that you can hold the gravity weight so that it should not fall. Then the gravity, what will be the chain pulley block weight capacity? Now for up to 800, you should use two chain pulley block, 2 ton capacity. If the belt width is 1000 millimeter, then up to 300 to 2 ton, up to 300 and 600, 3 ton, up to 500 and 1300. It will be the belt length is like this. The belt length is like this, up to 600 meter and 800 width. 800 width, 2 ton will be the chain capacity, up to 1000 millimeter belt width, and up to the length of 300 meter, 2 ton, up to the 300 to 600 millimeter length of the for the belt, and 100 millimeter width, you have to use 3 ton capacity. And then again, because the belt weight will be high and gravity pulley weight will also be high, and then again for length, when the belt length will be more, 600 to 1.3 meter, 1.3 kilometer, then 5 ton by 5 ton chain pulley block is required to pull the gravity pulley. Similarly, for belt width, if it is more 200 to 600, 1600 millimeter, then up to 300 millimeter belt length, 2 ton, or 300 to 500 millimeter belt length, 3 ton, and then the 500 to 800 millimeter belt, 800 meter belt length, 5 ton by 5 ton chain pulley block you have to use. They have given the dimension, given the capacity of the chain pulley block. Then when you are pulling the belt, you have to pull some. You have to pull the belt because pieces of belt we are going to replace in between. So you have to pull the good side of the belt. So how to pull the belt? Now you have to make a T like this. You see the T shape like this. Puncture it, tight it, and then with chain pulley block we are pulling it. And you see pulling it. Jam. Once you pull, then you have to jam. The jam means here upper side one channel, lower side one channel, tight it and fix it with the with your deck channel or deck channel. You see here the clamping of the belt with conveyor deck plate with the deck plate. So first you have to pull the chain pulley block belt with make arrangement like this, pull it, then one and then tight it with these two channels, two angles, and tight the two angles so that it should not move. Belt should fix there, and then arrest this angle with the deck plate or deck plate so that the belt will not move. Then procedure for belt changing job and the safety measure to be taken. These I previously have told you about the repair. Now you have to replace it. So new belt roll should be put on a fabricated and heavy stand. And rolls have to be locked from the top on on supporting point. The stand should be sufficiently heavy so that it should not tilt, and to be anchored with nearby structure. So we are pulling the belt, it will roll condition. Pulling the belt, the structure may tilt or may move. So you have to anchor the structure of the roll structure with some of the belt with this some structure so that it should not move or it should not tilt. Then belt changing area should be barricaded. Where we are the changing area, there may some accident also can take place. The bracket can move, belt can fall down, so their area should be barricaded. The due to positive isolation of all electrical power sources of conveyor system as per the safety tag system TOTO and low TOTO that I have already explained. You have to do the positive isolations. Just job must start after getting clearance from the permit. Also you have to take from the shift engineer that the area is barricaded. LOTO has already been incorporated. LOTO has already been incorporated. Material is cleaned, so they will give you permit to start the job. Power cut, number, complete belt cleaning and position. Then you have to position the belt at a suitable place and stop the conveyor. Before that, you have to position. If it is in vertical condition, you cannot make any joint. So you have to bring the two joint position where you are going to do the vulcanizing do the job end joint. That should be in horizontal condition. So first of all, you have to bring the where you are going to make the joint. That position should be located. Position of the belt where the placed and stop the belt there where you can do the repairing job. Before starting any activity, conveyor belt do the positive isolation potential energy source like gravity pulley. You have to hold it. I have told you gravity pulley, otherwise when you cut the belt, then due to gravity weight and it can fall down, there will be a lot of accident. So you have to first hold the gravity pulley which and jam it there so that it should not move. Gravity weight should not move downwards, and then 6 to and lift it by 6 to 8 inches above so that you can ensure that it should not fall down. and you have to ensure that it is properly was rested on the chain pulley block or in the angles or channels, whatever may be. Take up must be lifted and held in two number of suitable tested chain pulley block, or you can chain pulley block that I have already discussed the size of the chain pulley block. Selection chain pulley block, I will be as per the table. Then it is also desirable to place I-beam channel at the correct position under the gravity take-up to avoid free fall of the if you are using gravity channel, then you have to place in proper in proper location so that it channel all the gravity load should not fall down. Before cutting the old belt, it should be clamped properly with conveyor deck system. To position, we have to we have to jam the upper and lower belt, lower side of the belt with two number jam angles, both this side of the cutting positions. The first of all, you have to cut the old belt, and then you can replace. So first of all, you have to lock the gravity, then tie the jam the both side of the cutting, on one drive side and on drive end side, both side where you have decided to cut the belt, old belt, then both side you have to first jam it, otherwise due to weight of the belt it will fall down, lot of damages can take place. And then you have to pull the old belt, so you have to T-shape holding clamp we have to fix first after cutting, then release the jam, then what we have once you put this T-shape plates, then you release the jam angle which you have done before cutting the belt. You have to release the jam angles, then start pulling the old belt manually or by external pulling device like winch or payloaders. And your speed should not be very slow, maximum 15 meter per minute. If the belt is longer, three persons should be there with walkie-talkie. One should be on local switch operator, which operator. Other will be at the pulling the second with the pulling device, and third along with the joint movement. So 3% should be available if it is bigger type. If it is a bigger, suppose conveyor belt is very big, very lengthy, then if the bell gallery is more than 15-meter height from the ground, then 5 to 8 millimeter new belt remains in the wooden reel. Pulling of the belt to be stopped. So bell length should be much more, because 8 to 9 meter length is already required. Excess length is required. To from ground to reach up to the 15-meter height. That's why 5 to 8 meter new belt remains in the wooden reel must be available. Then belt to be held in the gallery at any point to avoid any movement of the belt. Then one and unwrap a new belt from the reel and hold the free end of the new belt with T-shape. Again, the T-shape plates you have to provide for it. Is for the first of all you have to remove the old belt, then you have to put in the new belt. That's right. Again, you have to T-shape plates you have to provide at one end of the new belt, and then with wire rope you have to pull it, then um, pull it, and then now pull it simultaneously, now pulling the belt and releasing rope to be done simultaneously, and before you can do the both the operation with single job. Then you have to tie old belt with new belts, that will show the picture how to do that. Then after all these activities, perform complete belt changing, power cutoff, clearance taken for the positive isolation, it is already discussed. If there is excess new belt before cutting, it should be hold with rope, and other end of the rope should be fixed and anchored with robust structure at upper level. After vulcanizing, idler to be set in their positions, release the take up and release the, then after the job everything is over, idler position also to be released, and then take up pulley, gravity pulley load also gradually gradually release by removing the channels or chain pulley blocks, then job and the handing over. So you see, this is the new belt reel, new belt reel. So if you try to replace the new belt, the first belt, first this roller, if it's a trap roller, then it will be very difficult to pull. So first roller, the trap system frames you have to remove, and there you have to put a straight one straight roller, 2 3 straight roller, and then strap roller idler should be there. So that is one thing very important that you have to take care. Then after completing the joints, you have to again replace the flat pulley with the trap idler, then remove some trapping idler with brackets. You see the bracket will be replaced with the straight type. Install temporary flat idler at the bend. You see this is the bent idler, straight idler, so that very easily it can move. Then so, what is there is some question, what is, what if there is no headroom is available to maneuver the rolls, because you see the when the this height is too much, you see this height is too much, when this height is too much, it cannot go inside the conveyor structure. Then you have to keep the belt like this, one by one by like this, so that the bent portion will be very long. Radius belt should be there. No weight to be placed on the top, so that it should not get damaged. And the loop the radius should be more, so that it should not get damaged when the roller is not possible to keep due to the height of the structure. Ruler may not come inside because height is too much, so you have to put the belt like this, by this, so that you can so the damage of the belt will not take place. How will do this? You see, this is the red one is the old blade, and this one is the with the new belt with reel. So first of all, you have to pull the you have to cut the old system, then pull it and tie it with the payloaders old belt. That is you have to replace the this is the bent pulley. This is the new pulley. That pulley also you can joint with the old pulley or old belt, and the new belt you can joint, temporary joint by mechanical or something by clamping, and then to pull this payloader, then payloader, and then the old belt will gradually go out, new belt will gradually come in, gradually come in. Before cutting, the procedure should be remain same. For old belt, you have to jam the both tail end as well as head end, so that is and there will be gravity pulley also, that also you have to jam. We have to hold it, then jam it there, tie with this T-shape plates, and then join the old belt with new belt, and then remove this tie angles, which hold tie angles, and start pulling. Once the everything when the new belt will come in position, then you have to take you have to keep some margin, and then join the material and join the two belts, and then release the gravity pulley, and the tie up whole tail end and head end tie up also should be removed. So this is the cold vulcanizing process. I will tell you how the cold vulcanizing take place. The mixing, there are two type of adhesive we are using. One is adhesive and hardener. That hardener, the mixing will be 100 as per the specification given. So normally this type of if it is such as AC 2000 or Oliver Super Bond, then 100 adhesive and 5 hardener. These two you have to mix, so vigorously mix, and then you have to apply it, and its life will be only around 1 to 2 hours. Once you mix this, apply it, you have to join the material, join the two belts up and down immediately. Otherwise, if it is past 2 hours, then it will be hardened, you cannot join it. Surface preparation means you have to the rubber surface must be thoroughly buffed. Buffing, you have to run rough and roughed it with a wire buffing, wire brush and grinding wheel to remove the shiny outside layer, and then degreasing also with of the oil and etc. And the climate should be dry climate, and then activate the glue means cold vulcanizing process. First coat, apply a thin even very fast layer, and mix adhesive to both bolt end or repair areas where the repair area will be there. Then let the first coat dry completely. It takes about 30 to 10 to 30 minutes depending upon the ambient temperature and humidity. It is activated when the solvent evaporate and the surface feels dry but tacky. Tacky means some softness will be there. When touched with the back of your knuckles, and then apply the second coat, even layer, second layer over the first dried coat, and let the second coat dry until it reaches the same and slight dry and slightly tacky state. Then bonding and curing, stitch down, align the two belt section together carefully. Once they touch each other top to bottom, they will bond instantly. Pacer, use a rubber hand roller between top and bottom roller, and then stitching tool to firmly roll on the center or to onwards to remove the air bubbles from the joints. Ensure maximum surface contact. Curing time will be 2 to 4 hours before the putting the belt under load, and 24 hours for full maximum strength. 24 hours the maximum strength will come, and you can take the roller, took the belt on line. But for hot vulcanizing, always take care to ensure fabric is not harmed by damage. Carcass should not damage. Start the adhesive well 2 minutes and to activate it. Check the clamping ball, hydro-mechanical clamping ball. Here it is pressure as well as hot heat is required. So these clamping and hydro-mechanical clamping are used for the clamping with clamping bolts. You see the hydro-mechanical, so that the pressure will be uniform. Heating and cooling and curing time is must. Then check the quality of filling the material, like expiry date, and make the material you are going to use, that should not expire the date. There must be some life, so this should not expire. Then ensure no dust should be between the two joints. Ensure no moisture during the joining process. Then vulcanizing pieces should be between the two area you have to find out, and then the weight you have to give. Then area by weight divided by the area will give you the pressure. That vulcanizing pressure should be 1.5 10 bar. There is also 1.5 mega Pascal pressure variant, but the only variation will be 1.8 megapascal variation is allowed. Minimum 7 bar to be ensured, that 7 bar should be must be available. Then vulcanizing temperature is 145 degrees centigrade, it should be available, and then cool to 145 to 135. Repeat the three cycle in 15 minutes. Again raise 145, cool down 135, like these 3 times we have to do in 15 minutes and then leave it and do normal cooling up to 65 degrees centigrade and release the pressure. Then afterwards you can release the pressure. The heating time 3 minutes per millimeter of the thickness of the normally followed. The if it bell thickness is suppose 10 millimeter, then your heating time should be how much? Now 10 into 3, that is 30 minutes. 30 minutes. If temperature difference of the vulcanizing should be here it is 145 means plus minus 5 degrees centigrade. Heating period from atmospheric temperature is not more than 50 minutes. If it is 10 millimeter thickness, then you have seen the 30 minutes is required. It should not be more than 50 minutes. Supply voltage, this is the supply voltage. Output voltage also is like this. Output current, it should not be more than 30 amperes. Temperature adjustment range should be the area thermocouple etc. It should be 1 to 300 degrees centigrade. That thermocouple you have to use. Time adjustment range also, that is 0 to 99 millimeter, because maximum time is required 50 something like that. And then these are the tools you have to use. These are tools you have to use. And as for the spice length, Dean has given, Dean 22,103-3 has given that if it is the belt at 315 by 3, when 3 plies, number of steps should be 2. Number of should be 2. 400 by 3, then your 400 by 400 width, 3 the number of ply. So number of steps should be 2. And then minimum step length should be here 150, and splice length should be 2 steps. So 150 into 2, that is 300. And your breaking force of the ply should be, carcass should be the Newton per minute, per millimeter. Similarly, different width and different plies, have been given. And there how many steps are there? You see, for three plies, 2 steps, 4 plies, 3 steps, 5 plies, 4 steps will be there. And individual length of the step length is also provided. Total splice length also provided. If you see the next slide, you can come to know this is the slice length. This one is called the step length. This is the total length. This one is called the total. V is the total length. That will be the, if it is total length, it the width. Width has already been given. Angle is your 15 to angle is, you have to cut this blade in angles, that is 16 to 22 degree, and your joint should be like this. Your bell movement is like this. So on this side will be the bottom, this side will be at the top. This should not be top, or this side should not be bottom. This should be at the bottom, this will be at the top. You see the carcass here, 1 carcass, 2 carcass, 3 carcass, and you see the steps also here, 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. This is a top layer, this is the bottom layer, and there is a carcass is there. So you have to put it like this, and tighten. You see, this is the steps. You see, this is the step, 1 step, this is 1 carcass, then another step, this is another step. Similarly, bottom is also here, it is 1 step, then it is 2 step, then it is 3 step. You have to put this, then you have to activate it by stir it 2 minutes, and then apply it, and then press it, like this. Press it means, you see, this is the tube. This is called, or you can say, box channel. Here tubes are there, bolts are there. The bolts head should not move. That's why the bolts will be here inside the tube. It will go. Lock nut will be there, tightening nut will be there, but bolt head should not move. That's why they have provided these 2 starts. You see this start. So bolt head will be here. When you start this nut, it should not rotate. And this is the hydraulically clamp will be there, and the area into, and this is the which belt will be there, which flat bar, so that it should not bend. The both side of the belt will be like this. Press it, hold it, temper it, and then wet it, and then your hot vulcanizing job will be done. Friend, I think I have discussed in detail how to replace patch, when to replace the belt, uh, what is the strategy for single joint, what is the property to replace the piece of the belt, what is the strategy for replace the whole belt, what is the safety procedure to be followed for single joint, two joints, and the full belts, and the belt categories also I have explained in details. So I think if you go each and every slides, your concept of the belt repairing will be very clear. You can do replacement very easily, or joint repair very easily. Mechanical joints also I have told you. So if you are satisfied with these slides, you are requested to like it and subscribe it, so that my another post, so many posts will going to come, not only for the conveyor, there are so many others also, other mechanical equipments that will be covered in my this channel. So you can if you are satisfied, you can ask your friends also, you can share it to your with your friends, so that they are also be benefited. I want that you all should be benefited, particularly the graduate engineer trainee. When they are joining in the industry, they face lot of problems because all these things are not covered in your graduate engineer books, in engineering books. So here the basic tips you are going to get it, that will be helpful to you, not only you but experienced also engineers also, they can go through this my channels and will be benefited. Thank you. Or if you have any doubt, you can contact me, you can mail me, or you can convince your management to talk to me, and we can arrange a video conference so that your concept will be clear. Thank you very much.